That says finish. Hi, Mayor. Just waiting for a couple more people to get on. Hi, Robin. Okay, I got a couple people on. Hi, my name is Sandy. If you could share this video, returning again from last night. Did some technical difficulty. We couldn't get to stay posted. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. My name is Sandy. I've been married to my husband, George, for 34 years, almost, in October. Unfortunately, he's working tonight. He's a 911 operator. I have two children. I have my daughter, Samantha, who will be 30 in November. I also have a son, Timothy, who passed away on April 18th, 2015, due to a heroin and fentanyl overdose. I also have a grandson who's running around here. I will show you a picture of him, or actually have him in there. I do appreciate everyone who shares this video. It's really important that the word gets out. First, let me talk about my daughter. My daughter, Samantha, is a recovering drug addict since the age of 15. She is now almost 31 months clean. Or she is 31 months clean. She started her recovery 3 months to the day that my son passed away. Extremely proud of everything that she has accomplished in the past 31 months, including my grandson Timothy, who she named after my son. He will be a year, September the 15th. Tim, come here. Let's show everybody. Come here, little bud. This is my grandson, Timothy. He looks just like his Uncle Timmy. Say hi. Say hi. So this is Timothy. Love having him around every day. He makes my day. Let's see. I've told Samantha that in her recovery, that if she could stay clean, especially having 3 months clean on the day that my son passed away, that she could accomplish anything. She came home from Florida to have her son. She's wonderful. I got to go in the delivery room with her. She has a job. She is working extremely hard at her job. She's paid off all her fines, and now is working on getting her driver's license back, which she hasn't had a license in 7 years. So hopefully on Monday she will have her permit again, because she has to start all over from the very beginning. And then she'll be driving again, which is kind of a little scary for me. Now my son, Timothy, also with Samantha, I did give her CPR on our 26th wedding anniversary. So, and she has been brought back many, many times with Narcan. So, right there showing you hope, and that they do survive and they can recover. And I am so proud that she she has gotten this far. Timothy, 3 years ago in January, overdosed, and I found him in his room. I also had to give him CPR. They told me he would not survive, that there wasn't enough oxygen, and somehow he walked out of the hospital from the ICU, which is amazing. Still don't know to this day how that happened, but he did walk out. Thought that was going to be the end of his addiction and that would scare the hell out of him. It did not. He overdosed in November that same year and went down to Florida. After he went to detox, he went into, they called the Purdy House, which I believe was because it was on Purdy Avenue in Florida. I'm sorry, my dog. Buster! Somebody's walking by the house. So I apologize for that. Hold on. Buster, please. Buster! I don't have anything to throw at him. Sorry. Sit down. Sorry. He went down to the Purdy House, which most of you know Debbie Perkins. Debbie Perkins is my hero. If anyone has ever heard of Debbie speaking about her story and a high-speed chase after a girl, it turns out that that girl is and was my daughter that she chased. Thank you, Debbie and Timmy, for finding her. She was 92 pounds when they found her. I do appreciate everything Debbie has done. She is my hero. So anyway, Tim came home in March of 2015, 3 weeks before he passed. He got a job. He went to help a friend fix a car, and I let him take the vehicle for the first time, figuring I was in touch with the girl's mom and with Jen and with Tim, and somehow he finagled money, and on his way home from fixing her car, he stopped and got some heroin with fentanyl, though he didn't know it had fentanyl in it. I do not blame the dealer to 100%. I do believe that my son was murdered. I have a really hard time with that, although I don't want to know any answers of who sold it to him, because I think I would just wind up in jail. But it was his choice. He did pick up, and he did use. So Tim passed away on, like I said, April 18th, 2015. He was 23 years old. It was the worst day of my life. My husband and I both found him. We had to break in the door, and we found him on his bed. Second hardest thing was calling my daughter down in Florida, because she was in recovery down in Florida, to let her know that her brother had passed. His urn is right behind me with the eagle. He's with me all the time. That book that his picture that I was holding is a book that I had made for my daughter when she was pregnant for her son. And it says, "Hi, I'm your Uncle Tim." And it's just a bunch of pictures and some notes to Timothy, so that he knows who his Uncle Timmy is. And I do believe he knows who his Uncle Timmy is, because he's always looking and pointing and kissing all his pictures. I just wish he was here to be with us. So with me, my recovery is different. Not the same person I was 2.5 years ago. I go to therapy once a week, individual therapy. I go to GRASP, which is a grief recovery after substance passing, once a month. Hi out there to all the angel moms. I also started going to a group called Halo. Halo is healing after losing someone to opioids. It's a group that they just came up with in our county to help with the grief of losing someone. So that's a 10-week course. We have 2 more classes to go on that. So I gave that a try. Also, with that, to keep my mind going and to keep my son's memory alive, I make blankets for recovering addicts. Each blanket I make has a label that I put on it that says, "In memory of Timothy Marks." I do, my daughter, that's her job because she can't crochet. Last year I made 24 blankets for the recovering addicts. Made several blankets for babies who are who were born addicted. And I've made a few blankets for people to raffle off, because my goal is to help someone. So even if they're raffled off, I can help more than one person. This blanket behind me, this purple blanket, Sam, can you hold this up for me? I have made for Debbie, Robin, and Erin to raffle off to give a scholarship to someone to go into treatment. It's a purple blanket with a darker purple ribbon in it. They're not all the blankets. They're special blankets that I make for someone to raffle off. The other blankets are just all different colors. Whatever yarn is donated to me or I go out and buy. I don't charge for the blankets because my goal is to help one person. Right now I'm doing it's called Sandy's Journey. I just kind of started it. I took it from a girl who actually gives out my blankets here in New Jersey for me. She's a recovery coach. So she always sends a letter with each blanket, sending them about Sandy's Journey. So that's how I came up with Sandy's Journey. I actually stole it from her. And so I'm doing a raffle right now to raise money for for yarn and postage to mail them, for labels, for parent to parent, and for a halfway house. It's a 150 quart cooler full with prizes. Right now there's at least $3,000. There's only going to be one prize. It will be on Facebook. So if anybody's in New Jersey and would like a ticket, they're $3 a piece. I can't travel to Florida, unfortunately, to deliver this basket until I move. And most of it is a lot of gift cards to restaurants. There's a lot of gift cards to restaurants. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm very excited about it. The drawing will be on Timothy's first birthday, my grandson, which is September the 15th at 8 p.m. I'm not sure who's going to pull it yet. If Tim's awake, I might have him pull it. But so that's very exciting to me. I just also want to tell the parents out there that please don't give up. These kids need help. They aren't who they are. They're not who you thought they were. They're totally different people, and there is hope. Please just make sure you don't give up, and there is hope, because my daughter is living proof that it can be done. And that makes me happy every day to see her and to know how many days she's clean. I mean, I am sad every day that I don't have Timmy here, but I do have a lot of memories with my son and carrying on his name. Please just keep saying his name and his memories, and it's so important to me. It doesn't upset me when you say his name. I love to hear his name. I love to hear his stories, and I like to tell stories. If somebody just ignores the fact that my son died and not tell me, different things, then that upsets me more than anything. Don't ignore him, because he is my son, will always be my son. And you mentioning his name will never, ever make me forget my son or make me sad, because usually I'm sad anyway. And that's very important. And there is hope. Like I said, I mean, I have both spectrums. I have one who survived and one who didn't, and it just makes me sad. And everybody is affected by drugs. Somewhere down the line in every family, we have this. And it's important that we become one, and we're not alone. This disease is horrible, and it is affecting everyone. So if anybody has any questions, I'll stay on just for a few minutes just to answer any, because I can't read and do it at the same time. But just remember, please, there is hope, and there's always somebody out there to help you. Thank you. Thanks, Robin. Faith, I'm really glad you're never going to give up on your son. Don't ever give up on him. I want to thank everybody for taking their time and listening to me. I love spreading the word. It makes me feel good, and thank you, everyone. Please share this, because there's so many people out there who need to hear all this information. Thank you again. Have a great night. Nobody said anything else, right? Just you, so.